Shalom,
we're in a lesson on the topic of he is forced until he says, I want. We'll read selected excerpts from the sources. We're in excerpt number 1.
Yes, this is a very known verse amongst Kabbalists, that the Creator, in order to educate a person, puts all kinds of pressures upon him, obligates him through all kinds of exercises in order to bring him to the correct form of connection with everyone in the form of bestowal. Hence, this verse is very, very known. He is forced, meaning coerced, obliged, pressured, compelled, until he says, I want, where even though he doesn't want, but through coercion, by being put under pressure from the Creator, he gradually wants it and says, I want. Let's go.
Number 1. He's forced until he says, I want. That is, this follows the rule that our sages said, one should always engage in Torah and mitzvot, even lo lishma, since from lo lishma he comes to Lishma. This means that by subjugating himself each time, although the body does not agree to work for the Creator, because where he does not see self-gratification, he cannot do a thing. Still, he does not notice the body's complaints and says to his body, no, that even by force you are doing the Creator's commandments. It will not help you to resist the work. It is said that practical mitzvot have the power to bring one to Lishma. This is the meaning of he is forced, meaning that he forces himself and does not listen to any logic and reason that the body tries to explain to him, but tells it, in the end, he will achieve Lishma. This is the meaning of until he says, I want. That is, from lo Lishma, we come to Lishma, which is called I want. So what is this state that we need to reach where we say, yes, I do want it? You say as a result of this work, we ourselves will come to a state where we say that, yeah, we do want it, the bestowal. How do we depict that state between us so we'll all be able to aspire to it in our work and not to deviate to the side?
We will do this according to examples in which we will all also want to do and also give examples to others. When I look at the friends, I see how much they're trying to do. And even though they don't want, they are trying to do externally. And then I take the example from them and do it also. The same. And then by this, we already come to a state in which we invite the reforming light. It bestows upon us And this is how we come closer to bestow.
Hello, Rav. To continue the question from the friend from Kiev, what is the next step after the feeling that I'm the worst?
The correction. After I feel that I'm the worst of all, then I need to try and be good. And I examine myself towards the friends, first of all. I don't have another place that I can see myself as improving and changing. Only towards others, towards the friends. And from that, I feel how I can influence the situation, the spirits that are in the 10. And that's how we advance.
קטע מספר 2 של הרבש.
2 from the RABASH.
שאם הילד לא רוצה לאכול,
We can compare it to a child who does not want to eat, who derives no pleasure from eating. So the parents force the child to eat, whether he wants to or not. And although the child has no pleasure, in the end, even by coercion, it helps the child as well, so he can live and grow. However, it would certainly be better if the child wanted to eat by himself, meaning if he enjoyed the food, but even without pleasure and completely by coercion, it still benefits the child. We should say likewise in serving the Creator. Even if we keep Torah and mitzvot by coercion, meaning we force ourselves to keep them, and our bodies resist anything that is of Kedusha, still, the act he performs does its thing. And by this, he can come to a state where he has a desire to observe. At that time, all the things he did are not in vain. Rather, everything he did enters Kedusha.
לא שומעים, רב?
Hear, Rav?
The thing is that all that we do, even coercively, enters into spirituality. Since we do it above our reason, against our desire. And as it's said, he is forced until he says, I want, just like we read in the first excerpt. And therefore, if we continue to do so, eventually, our desire to receive gets accustomed to it, takes on the reforming light and says, I want. That's how we move from lo lishma to lishma. Because this is an inversion that does not exist in nature. It's not in nature altogether. Only if we forcefully do so, and this is in all things in life. That's why we here need to understand what an opportunity, what service we can receive here from the group, from the friends, to help each and every one of us move from lo lishma to lishma, so that we will see the examples, so that we will feel the pressures from the group. So we will feel the shame that we're not capable of doing and others do. Where we see that we have nowhere to run to, we just have to do these acts of bestowal. And more and more and more. All these things, if we don't run away from them and want to carry out in the group, with certainty, we reach Lishma. And we have no other way. Therefore, don't be ashamed. Try to understand that we are all egoists and are not capable of doing alone anything. And only through the example from the group, from the society, from the friends, the pressure from them, we can circumvent ourselves and do something towards actions of bestowing.
קטע מספר 3.
Excerpt 3.
בזמן העבודה, כשהרצון לקבל,
During the work, when the will to receive comes to a person with its arguments,
ויכוחים עמו,
no arguments or rationalizations help with it.
שהן טענות צודקות,
The one thinks that they are just arguments, it will not help one defeat his evil.
כמו שכתוב,
Instead, as it is written,
את שיניו.
blunt its teeth.
רק
This
ללכת
means to advance only by actions and not by arguments.
שהאדם
This is considered that one must add powers
על דרך הכפייה.
coercively.
שזה סוד מה שאמרו חז"ל,
This is the meaning of what our sages said. He is coerced
שיאמר רוצה אני.
until he says, I want. In other words, through persistence, habit becomes a second nature.
קטע מספר 4.
גלעד?
Except
אם
for,
האדם עובד בבחינת אמונה
if one works with faith above reason, coercively,
מתרגל בעבודה
and
זו,
the body becomes accustomed to this work
רצונו
against the desire
לקבל שלו,
of his will to receive,
אז יש לאדם האמצעים
then he has the means by which to come to work that will be
על המטרה
with the purpose of bringing contentment to his Maker.
היות שעיקר מה
Since
שדורשים
the primary requirement from a person
על ידי עבודתו,
is to come
הוא יבוא לידי
to dvekut with the Creator through his work,
בבחינת
which is discerned as equivalence of form, where all his actions are in order to bestow.
אם האדם
Again, except for,
בבחינת אמונה
if one works
למעלה מהדעת,
with faith above reason,
הכפייה,
coercively,
והגוף מתרגל
and the
בעבודה
body becomes accustomed to this work
נגד רצונו
against
של הרצון
the desire
לקבל שלו,
of his will to receive,
אז יש לאדם
then
האמצעים
he has the means by which to come to work
לידי עבודה
that will be with the purpose of
לעשות
bringing contentment to his Maker.
היות
Since the primary requirement from a person
שעל ידי
is
עבודתו
to come to dvekut
לידי
with the Creator
השם,
through his work,
שהוא בחינת
which is discerned as equivalence of
כל
form,
מעשיו יהיו
where all his actions
להשם.
are in order to bestow.
33.
33.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I wanted to ask an audacious question. Is there a possibility that in this Passover we're going to study one lesson that is all sources without any question at all?
What does it mean to learn? That we will read. Meaning someone will read and you will hear. And that's called that you're learning. So I will tell you, our study is not in that whatsoever. Our study is in incorporating between us all, and for us to feel everyone, hear everyone. So each will hear the questions, will receive the answers, and by that we will come closer to one another. That's called to become as one man and one heart. And if we will just hear the reader, we won't get any spiritual benefit from it. Okay, friends, health to you, and we will see you, God willing, in the morning lesson. All the best.
And
all of our friends in the world, KYIV, and one of the song.
Together we can change the future. Будущее в единстве мира. Эй, человек, краток твой век. За пустяками и чудесами ты продолжаешь бег. Life is a dream, sorrow and tears, chasing our pleasures, looking for treasures, but nothing will satisfy. כסף וכוח ניסינו לשכוח, ואין לאן לרוץ יותר. זה האור בתוכנו, בקשר בינינו, אין עוד מקום אחר. Together we can change the future. Будущее в единстве мира. Жизнь — это сон, беды и стон. Только в единстве мир возродится. святой закон. אתה חי בחלום, רץ במקום, העולם משתגע, אף אחד לא יודע איפה נמצאת האמת. Growing together, making it better, we can discover, climb up the ladder. Now is the moment, nothing can stop us now.